Scientists have recognized that beekeepers across the United States lost more than 40% of their honeybee colonies during the year spanning April 2014 to April 2015. The U.S. Department of Agriculture estimates that honeybees pollinate 80% of the country's insect crops, meaning bees pollinate over $20 billion worth of crops each year. For years, honeybees were dying and no one knew why. There have been some glimmers of hope recently. The number of deaths was not as dramatic last winter. Studies began pointing the finger at pesticides. But a simple fact remains, bees still are on the decline and no one for sure knows why. They're dying in large numbers and scientists are scrambling to identify the cause. Beekeepers used to see about 5 or 10% of bees in their hives die every year, but starting 2006, losses jumped to 30%. About 10 million beehives, worth an estimated $2 billion, have been lost since then. Many people think bees simply as a summertime nuisance, but these small and hardworking insects actually make it possible for many of your favorite foods to reach your table. They play a vital role in human continuity, supplying us with food. About 1 mouthful in 3 in our diet directly or indirectly benefits from honeybee pollination. 5 major fruit crops, apples, almonds, avocados, blueberry, and cranberries, are completely reliant on bee pollination. Without bees to spread seeds, many plants, including fruit crops, will die off.
The largest issue is that scientists currently don't have a definitive reason as to why the bee population has such a steep decline in population. There's some research pointing to unusually high concentrations of parasites and fungi, which are normally present in the colonies anyway, but nobody knows why the levels are so high. Pesticides, genetically modified crops, and climate change are all being investigated currently. Scientists agree there are all multiple interacting causes at play, including pathogens, nutrition, and habitat loss. The current plans to solve the issue are mostly not in our control. Scientists are trying to handle it, however, there are some things you can do to help. Bees are all about pollen. If you want to support the many different variety of bees ranging through your yard, plant some things that will feed them, such as flowers or trees. Working with beekeepers, farmers, and scientists, Pesticides Action Network is building a momentum for pollinator protective policies across the country. PAN and its partners were keeping the pressure on decision makers in DC and state capitals from Minnesota to California to take bee-harming pesticides off the market.